Hello everyone. Now we are at the end of chapter 2. So in this topic today we will discuss about feeding habits in animals. We know that there are different types of animals present on the earth and they have different types of feeding habits. On their basis of their feeding habit, they are divided into different groups, and the organs which are used for feeding, that organs are known as organs of feeding. In this category, first we will discuss about herbivores. Herbivores are animals which eat grass, plants, leaves, etc. Means they depend upon plant products. So for this they have sharp front teeth or incisors for cutting the plants. So which type of teeth they have? They have sharp front teeth, which they are used for cutting. They also have strong and broad molars for chewing. So they use molar for chewing. That is also very strong. And in this category, next type of animal is rodents. So what are rodents? Rodents are animals which gnaw the seeds and fruits, and their teeth grow throughout their lives. It is just a peculiar thing that their teeth grow throughout their life. And the some examples of rodents are rabbits, rat, and squirrels. So which type of teeth they have? They have long and sharp front teeth. Next one is carnivores. Carnivores are animals which eat flesh of animals, and for this purpose they have sharp and pointed canines to tear the flesh. So which teeth are called as canines? Teeth which is present beside the incisors, those teeth are called as canines, and these canines are very sharp, which help them in cutting and tearing. They also have grinding teeth to chew the flesh and crush the bones. So these are different types of these are different types of teeth which help them in their feeding. Birds. Birds of prey like eagle, kites have strong, sharp and hooked beak and claws to catch, hold and tear the flesh. Many so These type of birds have hooked beak and claws. Many aquatic animals like sharks too are carnivore, and they have strong jaws and sharp teeth. Insects like mosquitoes and butterfly have a feeding tube called proboscis. This proboscis help them to suck liquids. Mosquitoes have long needle-like proboscis, whereas butterflies have coiled proboscis. So they both of them have proboscis. One have coiled, means butterflies have coiled proboscis, and insects have long needle-like proboscis, which help them in feeding or sucking blood or sucking nectar of flowers. Now the next topic is body covering of animals. You know that there are so many types of animals, and the covering of their bodies are also of different types. Like birds have feathers, Snakes have scales on their body, fish have scales on their bodies, etc. So now we will discuss about the feathers present on the body. So animals have different body coverings to adapt and live comfortably in their habitats. Feathers. Birds' feather keep them warm and help them to fly. So how the feathers help the bird? They keep them warm and help them to fly. Next one is scales. It is also a type of body covering. So the overlapping scales of fish do not let water enter their bodies. Reptiles such as crocodiles, snakes, and lizards also have scales for their protection. So, scales are different types of body. Now, next one is shell. Boys, a shell is a very hard outer covering. It protects the soft bodies of animals such as snails, tortoise, oyster, turtles, etc. So it is also a type of body covering which protect the animal from their enemies and other conditions also. Next one is fur and wool. Some animals, such as sheep, have a special body covering called wool. It keeps their body warm. The thick fur on polar bear or an Arctic fox protect them from extreme cold. So these fur and wool protect the animals from extreme cold. One type of body covering is sharp, needle-like spines called quills. It is present on the body of animals for protection against enemies. Animals such as armadillos have hard armor-like plates. They provide protection from enemies. Porcupine have also quills which help them or protect them from enemies. Some animals have ability to blend easily with their background or with their surrounding. This characteristic is known as camouflage. So they bend themselves in their surrounding, so it becomes very difficult to spot them. One example for this is the color and stripes of the body of tiger blend with the forest background. The camouflage, this ability is called camouflage. This camouflaging help a tiger to stalk its prey without being spotted. I hope you have understand the chapters 2 through these videos, and it is easier for you to learn the chapter. That's all. Now in next video we will discuss next chapter. Okay, thank you.